Do you know what your job is? Truly, literally, do you know what your job is? And the inspiration behind this particular topic for today is that I'll have conversations with people where they'll be lamenting a certain thing that happened or a certain person's impact or influence, probably not positive, about something that's going on, or they're just being a nuisance or a pest or whatnot. And I always go back to, what's your job? And I get a bit of a blank stare or some blinks at the same time. Is your job to, for example, gossip about this particular person? Is your job to, in some way, continue to lament about a process or a tool or a system or a methodology that just doesn't work and doesn't serve the overall purpose? Or is your job to problem solve? Is your job to find solutions to things? Is your job to get on with a particular thing in a particular style or fashion? And start to really think about that. And kind of part of what I mean is, look at your job description, if you have one, and say, is that actually part of my job? And if the answer is yes, then that's part of your job. And then you've signed a contract, you're with that particular organization, you're doing what you said you were going to do. If the answer is no, or, well, it's kind of one of these things, it's any other duties or any assigned duties as required or something like that, it can be a wee bit more vague. But what I'm really trying to help you with this midweek is clarity, is to truly sit down and say, am I investing my time, effort, and energy into the things that are material for my job? And if the answer is yes, keep doing what you're doing and make sure you pay attention as you're going forward, because it can be a wee bit easy to veer off track. If the answer is, I'm not 100% sure, or actually, if I'm being honest, no is the answer, then that's valuable information to say, how can I stop this right now? You might not be in a position to go on an absolute dead stop, but you can start to ease yourself out of the situation that you've managed to manifest yourself into. It could be someone saying, can I get a wee favour? Can you come and look at this? And being a polite, professional, courteous person, you're saying, yeah, sure, let me do that. Then all of a sudden, you have some level of responsibility that was never yours to begin with, but you've just assumed it. Or it could be something that you're kind of interested in and you're getting involved in it to the detriment of your actual day job. So you need to start and think, truly start and think, how do I satisfy the requirements of my job? What is my job as it relates to whatever it is you're working on today, this week, this month? And once you've got all that satisfied, if you have spare time and you have an ability to be able to go and help something else or get exposure to something else or get involved in something else, absolutely nothing wrong with that. But if it's at the detriment or to the detriment of your actual day job, just because it's more interesting over there, you like the people over there, that's not good enough. That's not what you signed on to do. And if you find yourself really leaning towards that kind of distractive nature or spreading yourself around a wee bit, ask yourself why that is, and then see if you can speak to your team, to your peers, to your leadership, to whomever it is you're interacting with, to say, I think I would be better for the organisation if I was over here, and I'll tell you why. Or can I get a wee bit more exposure to this and maybe possibly transition away from that, rather than maybe just kind of coasting, hoping people don't know or notice? That's not going to serve anyone in the longer term, and that's too distracting as well. So what's your job?